Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Blanca, and if you're not new, welcome back and thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch one of my videos. So today I thought I would sit down and update you guys on my fertility situation because I updated you guys maybe like a month and a half ago and then I never talked about it again. So I didn't mean to do that, but you know, it was around Christmas time and I had to wait for my appointments anyways, and then I just ended up getting sick and I don't know, it got pushed to the back. I also want to say thank you to everyone who reached out to me and shared their personal stories. When I first posted the video, I was pretty nervous about it, and as soon as I posted it, like I wanted to take it down. But after I posted it, a lot of you guys reached out to me, and I then realized that, wow, I'm not alone. Like, so many women go through this and nobody talks about it. So your friend could be going through this and you have no idea because it's just like a kind of topic. Like, don't talk about it, it's too personal. I am glad that I posted the video, and I just don't feel so alone, and I don't feel like there's something wrong with me, you know what I mean? Where I left off last time was I had an HSG test done. If you are interested in seeing that video, I'll link it down below. Basically, my tubes were not blocked or anything like that. My uterus looked good. Everything looked good. So they wanted me to come back in for a pelvic ultrasound. And then they also wanted to do a follicle monitoring ultrasound, I think is what it's called. And basically a follicle is like a fluid sac, I think. Like, all these terms I had to look up because when my doctor's like, we're gonna bring you in for a follicle monitoring exam, like, I'm like, okay. And then when I get home, I'm like Googling, what is a follicle? What does that have to do with having a baby? So a follicle is a fluid-like sac, I guess, where the eggs are, and they grow before you get your period, and one of them matures and then releases an egg. So I did the pelvic one, and they just like did an ultrasound, you know, over the stomach and wanted to look at my ovaries. And then for the follicle one, that's where they insert a catheter in your hoo-hoo and take images of your ovaries and just look at your follicles while you're on your period. They want to monitor it and see how many follicles you have, if you're ovulating, like what's happening, what's going on. They had asked me to come in on day 2 of my period. I was super nervous and I could not sleep the night before because I just started thinking of all these scenarios that could happen. I was thinking like, oh my God, I'm going to be on my period. I'm gonna have such a heavy flow. They're gonna be sticking this big thing in my woohoo. And let me tell you, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And I basically worried for no reason because it went fine and everything was good. And honestly, like, these doctors have seen it all, I'm pretty sure. So your vagina isn't that special to them anyways. So it wasn't that bad. And then I had to go back on the 10th day and the 12th day. And basically they want to see that your follicles are growing and they want to see how many you have on each ovary. So I had to go back and get an update and the results. So what she said was that on one ovary I had 4 follicles, and then on my other ovary I had 9 follicles. And she told me, considering my age, that was good. She said obviously if I was like 25, I would have way more, but I'm old, you guys. Well, not old, but I mean, I'm 36 years old, so I don't have as many follicles as, say, like a 25-year-old would have. So she told me altogether I had 13. 9 plus 4, 13, yeah. She also said that on the 10th day when I was there was a large follicle that appeared on the monitor, so it was obviously the mature one. And then when I went back on the 12th day, it was no longer there, so I ovulated. So what she told me is that usually, you know, your average woman, she gets her period every 28 days and she ovulates on the 14th day. I get my period every 24 days, and I thought I was ovulating on the 14th day as well. Like, I didn't know, and I was following an app on my phone, and she told me, like, my app is wrong. And because after getting that monitoring done, she told me that she believes I am ovulating around the 10th, 11th day. And so, what she thinks has been happening is, since I've been following this app, she thinks that maybe my husband and I have just been missing the mark. So she thinks that that's what maybe has been happening with us. She says that all my levels, like my numbers, she said everything looks good. And she said that she doesn't see a reason for me not to be able to get pregnant. She did put me on Letrozole. She put me on 2.5 milligrams. And she didn't tell me what time of day to take it. She just said to make sure I take it every day at the same time. So the first time I went on it, I took it in the morning. Worst thing I've ever done in my life. I felt so sick. I felt horrible. I had a headache. Ooh. I dropped my phone. So I had a headache. I felt nauseous. I felt dizzy. I just felt disgusting. So I decided to switch it up the following day and take it at night instead. So I decided to start taking it at 6 in the evening. And when I did feel sick, I would go to bed. I would go lay down, because when I took it during the day, like, I work during the day, so I had to go to work, and I felt awful. I felt like a zombie. If you are prescribed Letrozole, which is also known as Femara, I would recommend you taking it in the evening if you can. Because that way, if you do get side effects, like, maybe they won't be as bad, because you could just go to sleep. And yeah, I still got a headache during the day, and I did feel like a little bit like ugh in the daytime, but not as much as when I took it the first day, like in the morning. It was horrible. So I would recommend you taking it in the evening time. So I was super pumped. I'm like, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. And I ended up getting my period a couple days ago. I was pretty bummed. I was sad, I'm not gonna lie, because I had my hopes up, because I thought, now I know when I'm ovulating. I know I ovulate early. I'm not gonna follow this stupid app, and I'm on this medication. This is gonna work. So when it didn't work, I felt down. I felt sad. I felt like crap for a couple days, like 2 days. And then after my period was done, I'm like, okay, we're going to try it again. We're going to do this. Hopefully this round works. I don't know. Mike has to go get tested at the end of the month to make sure his little guys are swimming and are super active. I wanted to ask you guys a question though. I'm thinking of buying those ovulation kits, but I don't know if they actually work. Like, my doctor told me I can try it if I want, but she said they are not like 100% accurate. I'm going to look into it to see how much they are, because I haven't even looked. I'm pretty sure I looked a long time ago, and I think they were like $45. So I just want to know, do you guys use that? Do you find that it helps? Did you find that it made a difference? I don't want to put even more stress or pressure on myself and on Mike, because I feel like we're already stressed out. Well, me more than Mike. Mike is very positive and very like calm and collective, where I'm very emotional and just like stressed out and all over the place. So I don't know. I wanted to ask you guys that, and maybe you can leave down below and let me know if you find that those ovulation kits made a difference, if they helped. And yeah, that's it for my update. I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you all have an amazing day, and hopefully my next update will be like a really good one. Pray for me, send me that baby dust, because we need it.